And welcome back to Let's Play Blightfall. This is Joseph, and it has been a long time since I've done an episode, so I appreciate your patience with that. Had some things in life going on, moving and whatnot, that distracted me. Anyway, last time, actually the last couple episodes, we started getting into Thumbcraft, and really I would consider this pack to be a pretty Thumbcraft intensive pack. It's really a Thumbcraft 4 pack, if you want to think of it that way. In fact, if you look up on Google, for example, if you look up mod packs for Thumbcraft, I'm pretty sure Blightfall is one of the ones that comes up a lot. Anyway, we've done some of the research in the last couple episodes, and we've done some scanning. And so, there's all these different things you can scan, and there's like, there's mana beans here, and I mean, there's so much to this mod, and I would really like to expand mana bean production. And when I've played this mod pack in the past, I've had trouble with that. But I think in order to progress realistically, we're going to do some exploring today. So we did some exploring last episode as well. I'm going to throw my Thaumonomicon back in there, and I guess I'll take it with. Silverwood infusion, that's pretty expensive. There's a lot in here. We've already covered some of this, and it really adds quite a few objects to the game. I do have a Thaumcraft 5 playthrough that I'm working on, and that one is interesting because it I just have Thaumcraft and like journey map, and so it's so interesting to have to work with such a limited tool chest. But even just with Thaumcraft, it's pretty amazing. Incidentally, I hate Thaumcraft 5's reworking of the aspects. I think that the Thaumcraft 4 had it down really well. I think Thaumcraft 5 makes it less intuitive and less complicated, frankly, which is a bad thing in this case. I would like to move on to golems as well there. Okay, so I just skipped ahead a little. I was doing a little research on some of these things that I had been looking up. And as you can see here, I think this one might be the golem, or maybe the hungry chest. I don't remember. But anyway, again, you just connect things on this with related aspects. And so in this case, I'm connecting to Tommen, to Terra, to Vitreous, to Ordo, to Potentia, to Praecantatio, to Aurum. And that's Helmet of Revealing. Okay, that's important. Now, the Helmet of Revealing, if I can find it here, yes, is basically a Goggles of Revealing in Thaumium helmet form. So it protects you from attacks, but yet it also provides you the benefit of the Goggles of Revealing. It is also part of the Thaumatic Tinkerer add-on to Thaumcraft. By the way, people get confused, at least I got confused. Thaumatic Tinkerer has nothing to do with Tinker's Construct. You can have Thaumatic Tinkerer and Thaumcraft all by themselves without having Tinker's Construct. It seems like it might be some sort of combination mod, but it's really just the one mod. So we'll turn in a couple quests and get some basic things, repeatables. And then we're looking at our exploration here. So that is what we're going to do now. I think what we're going to do is go through the mountain that we've dug through. Last time we went to Alpha Dome and stuff over here. This time I think we're going to go south and visit the jungle and the savannah. And there's this like village off to the west that we're going to stop by as well. So in order to get over there, we're going to use our underground pathway here. Get my tools out real quick and make sure we're ready to go. Another thing I don't like about Thaumcraft 5 is that wands basically recharge very easily just by holding them up, basically, and it's kind of stupid. I think that the Thaumcraft 5 or 4 charging mechanic is much better. Not really sure what I'm doing here with this iron. Let's move on. Let's go ahead. Here is our mushroom room, which is not working very well so far, but maybe it will eventually. Grab some of this aluminum and copper. I could use some more berry bushes, to be honest. Okay, so anyway, I went ahead and made my way through the mountain. Got to the other side here. And I decided to do a little bit of digging into this chalk layer. If for no other reason than that you get those bones from the sedimentary rock like this. I really do love the underground biomes construct mod with the chalk and with the granite here. It just adds so much variety and building variety to the game that it's really nice. And we got some promethium there. That's fine. But anyway, this chalk, it contains those bones, which I can turn in for quest points and I think bone meal. Grab all this promethium up. That's fine. Alright, I got a lot of stuff in my inventory, but let's go ahead and cut here and skip ahead. Okay, so I found some more promethium, not a big deal, but I just wanted to show you that I was getting that. Okay, let's go ahead and continue the exploration. So now we are on the west side of the mountain. I went ahead and crafted this boat to go down that river that we saw on the map. So let's do that. Boy, I've really got a full inventory already. Trying to put some stuff away here. All right, let's hop in this river. Again, the river is one of the few areas where you can't get taint poisoned. So, and we're gonna go down this river to the south. Now, I do want to check out that village. But I also want to check out the village on the west side of the shore. So let's just see what we feel like doing here. These boats are a little bit bugged, and it masks, or maybe it makes your true position a little different than what's being visually displayed. So just be aware of that. Nice night for an evening stroll down the river. I had to yawn there, sorry. But yeah, actually, so I think I'm just going to go immediately to the west here instead and not worry about the one on I'll do the east village later. Okay, so there... Got the music kicking in there. There is a tree over here with cobwebs. Now, if you know anything about Thaumcraft, you'll know that that tree is a great wood tree which has been compromised by a cave spider spawner. I think it's cave spider. So if I go close to that tree, it's going to spawn little spiders, which I'm concerned about, to be sure. But go ahead and take out that. With this crossbow now, I can take out pretty much anything that wants to kill me, so it's convenient. And you get these taint tendrils and whatnot, and tainted goo, which you can turn in for... what aspect is it that they give you? It's the taint aspect, which is it vitreous? I can't remember, but it's the taint aspect. So they give you a little vial of that stuff. All right, let's. I'm trying to get close to this tree, but these stupid taint swarms are killing me. I hate these things, especially in a jungle area that's been tainted badly like this. The good news is the crossbow does take them out from a distance, which is somewhat unrealistic that you'd kill bugs with the crossbow. But, alright, killed that one. Let's try to... So your goal here is to take out these taint swarm spawners, but when you have a forest being tainted before your eyes, there's just going to be so many of those that generate that it's very difficult to keep up. That's why in some cases I literally try to chop down as many trees as possible before they get all tainted in this map. Okay. So here's that tree with the cobwebs. Now, again, you'll know that if you dig under here, you'll find that spider spawner. And of course, I can't open that chest until I get rid of the spawner, the cave spider spawner. Or if I were to move the chest, that'd be fine too. I went ahead and just broke it though, because you can find plenty of those spawners in caves and whatnot. There's some interesting stuff in here. We've got your thaumium and just some basic stuff. Okay, so I went ahead and cut a little bit there. Now what we're gonna do is try to move in towards this village in the jungle. This is a jungle village. It's neat that they have a village. It's obviously custom built because villages don't naturally spawn in jungles in Thaumcraft 4. I'm sorry, in Minecraft 1.7.10, which is what this is. By the way, if you're watching this, it is May of 2017 when I'm recording this audio. I recorded the video a while ago. But basically, I wanted to mention that the new updates to Minecraft are great. I think, gosh, I couldn't even tell you what version we're on now, but we're coming up on version 1.13, and they've added so much to the game in a way that hasn't, right after 1.8 came out, I feel like things slowed way down as far as what was getting added and whatnot. Yeah, but then they really picked up the pace again. All right. So the point is that they really did increase the rate at which they're releasing new versions, and that in turn led to 1.9 was the combat update. Now let me give you the timing here. So 1.8, which is called the Bountiful update, came out in September of 2014. And there were some snapshots and whatnot and updates and things throughout the entirety of 2014 and 2015. It wasn't until February 2016 when 1.9, the combat update, came out. Update which I wasn't particularly fond of, but whatever. So the combat update comes out. And then, so that's February of 2016. And then by June of 2016, the Frostburn update came out, which that one added, I think it changed some things in the end and added some arrows and stuff and made it some enchantments and stuff. And then, so that's June of 2016. Then in November of 2016, we got the Exploration update, 1.11, which is the one where you got the maps and you could go visit a haunted mansion. Added some mobs, added shulkers. I think shulkers were added. Maybe, yeah, and observer blocks were added. So this was a major update. And they changed how villages generate, which was a big improvement in my opinion as well. So that was a big deal. Yeah. So the exploration update was pretty cool. And then in the World of Color update is not fine. It's not a final version right now. We're in snapshots, but it's happening now basically, and that's the one with the terracotta and the concrete and all that. So and then I can tell you that, for example, well, let me just see here. So this is May. Let me just go back 2 snapshots. So April 27th, the snapshot, they changed the advancement system quite a bit, and so that's what a lot of these snapshots deal with, and tags. They changed how the recipe book works. it looks like they changed something map. So they changed some map colors around, reverted the world color. Okay, so they made the map colors a little different with the new blocks and the wool and stuff. And then the most recent snapshot is 17W18B, which is May 4th. That one added some things with advancements and some new tabs for advancements and stuff. And then we've got 1.12-pre-1, which is the first pre-release for 1.12, and that came out on May 10th, so that was about a week ago. And again, by the way, I should also mention that this 1.12 added, I believe llamas were added in 1.11. This one added parrots. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, they added all these different things with advancements, and that's pretty cool. I'm sorry, the most recent one is 1.12-pre-2, and actually pre-3. Pre-2 added something with advancements. It's kind of minimal. Pre-3 came out yesterday. Mostly played around with advancements and some sound stuff. And then Pre-4 came out today, and it added a couple of new commands, and beds now display the correct color on the map. So I guess they're just kind of tweaking the last little details on 1.12 before they release the full version. And then if you click on 1.13, it is what they say there is they're going to be customizable crafting recipes and technical features and things. So it's not going to be like let's add a whole bunch of blocks kind of update. It's going to be more of a what can we do to make customizable maps and stuff. This is going to streamline adventure map making and make map makers, give them a lot more options, and you won't even have to use like a mod to create custom recipes, for example. And that's going to be pretty cool. Okay, so anyway, big diversion there. Really cool news on the version update stuff. I love like the little things that they did the last year. Like they added bone blocks for like fossils that you could find underground. It reminds me of when World of Warcraft added the archaeology profession. You know, you go around digging up bones and stuff. It was kind of cool. And they added things. I mean, the llamas are pretty cool, and the parrots are pretty cool, and the haunted mansions are kind of cool. They're a little weird because in the sense that they're just this giant house in the middle of the forest with no other infrastructure around it whatsoever. That's one thing I do have a problem with on Minecraft is the lack of pre-generated like infrastructure, like little paths and villages seem so remote and disconnected from the world. And I'm not saying that we need a major road system implemented, but maybe the impression of a little pathway from time to time, or little abandoned structures or abandoned ruins or something that would just make the world feel a little bit more alive. Almost every time I play a modded Minecraft, I add stuff to make the world feel more alive. Okay, so this is that village. Now, I did find some cool stuff in the chest. As you saw, I killed the guy in the tower. I killed the guy on the bridge when we were coming in. I think there are pumpkins and watermelons in this field over here, but I really don't need those because I already have those. So, word to the wise, if you need pumpkins or watermelons, you come here. I think. Well, certainly watermelons. I don't know about pumpkins, but yeah, watermelons are all over the place. Now I have to do a little inventory management here, just to make everything fit. But and you got to check these furnaces because you'll find books in them like that. See? Oh, these frickin' swarms are just driving me nuts. Yeah, I am pretty well maxed out on inventory right now. And that's a common thing in this, especially in the beginning. What I really should do is make a backpack. I have the knapsack, which is important. Very useful item from Tinker's Construct, but I don't have any additional backpacks. Or there's also like a type of chest. I think it's a strong box or something like that that allows you to use the chest and then pick the chest up with all of its contents, just like a shulker box in vanilla. except for it's not as gimmicky as far as the shulker stuff goes. Nor can you color it. I think it's just metal, like silver. Okay, well, let's I'm gonna try to get some of this, and I can grab that obsidian. It'll just fit right in. I think what I should probably do is just leave some stuff in the chest here. Yeah, I kind of almost wish that. Well, I don't know. Inventory management is an annoying aspect of almost every game I've ever played. And there are some games where it's just not an issue. Like one of my favorite games of all time, Gothic 3, which I have some playthroughs of. You could just have unlimited capacity. So I wonder what Minecraft would be like if you had like unlimited carrying capacity and then you just had a menu system to navigate where your items are. And so you would never have to like necessarily store anything, except I suppose if you wanted to prevent it from disappearing when you died, you could. But that would be an interesting thing. I wonder if there's a mod that does that. I bet there is. So we're gonna go ahead and click this teleporter so we get the jungle, and then let's get over to the Redwood City. Or I guess we're gonna go home. Now the trick obviously is putting all this crap away. Now I've got my big wall of drawers, which is important. I'm gonna put those bricks that I got from the library in there. They're kind of cool. I think I want to build with them at some point. Go ahead and harvest the silverwood tree while I'm at it, just so I have a little bit more silverwood. I'll probably throw some of these books and stuff on these shelves. Let me just cut a little bit here. Picking up those saplings, throwing this experience bush away. I don't really need it. Probably should save that, but whatever. Take a look at our quest now. So we got the one about the Botania flowers because we got those mythical dark green flowers in the village there. So I'll go ahead and claim that reward. There's a Dr. Sprouse that does the flowers here. I think it should be called Dr. Sprouts. Okay, so we'll get that one. So these are from killing tainted creatures. And then on the Paranormalist tab, which is basically your Thumbcraft tab, got all these little quests over here, but I think I want to do this one, which I've been able to turn in for a while. I just got to pick up one of each of the shards. So let me grab some shards here. Little sluggish on the server interaction with these drawers. Okay. So turn that in. Good. And then what else can I do? I did some exploration, so I should probably turn... Well, okay, so I'll come back to the exploration quest, but I grabbed that Oxy Daisy, or whatever it's called. This is Pure Daisy. This is the object that allows you in Botania to convert plain stone into living rock, or living stone, and then it also allows wood to be converted into living wood. So you just wait a second. So I'm going to put these away. And it'll, you'll hear it in just a second. So I'm going to put these I'm just cutting a little bit of my putting stuff away. Okay, there it goes. It's turning into that living rock. And that's used to create like a petal apothecary and stuff. We're going to go over that once we get into it a little bit more. But you'll need some of that. And I'm just making it now because I have the Pure Daisy now. You can certainly hold off on this if you're playing along at home. You can wait until you have more flowers and stuff because you're not going to be able to do much with these right now. But I'm going to just go ahead and do that. I'm also going to change this around a little bit. Since I found that Nitor in that tower, in that village, I'm going to grab this lava back up and stick the Nitor down below, which will see you can see the water still bubbling there. But that'll allow me a little bit more flexibility and I won't have to worry about getting burned and stuff. I went ahead and did that with wood as well. I put just regular logs around that flower and I got the 8 living wood there. So put that away in my Botania section. And I'm gonna do a little scanning. I'm not gonna show you all of this, but some of the new stuff that I got, I'm just gonna scan real quick, like this fire charge and the elementum. I'm just gonna throw it in this large chest for now. I may come back and sort that out more in the drawers once I have a place for all this stuff. And by the way, if you're playing along at home, that's how I'd recommend you do it. Get a conventional chest system, but then start specifically sorting things in your drawers. I love the fact that the mod pack author also went to the trouble of making sure that a lot of the mod objects have research points associated with them that you otherwise wouldn't necessarily see in a lot of mod packs. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to cut out some of my other scanning here, just skip ahead. So now we're at this teleporter here, and I'm going to go back to the jungle and then go over and get to the Redwood City so I can get that exploration quest while we're at it. Redwood City is on the savannah. It's basically the savannah quest marker. While I'm here, though, I did notice on the map there was a guy, a red question mark guy on the map. So I want to kill him off before I move on. Can't really see him, though. He's kind of hidden. He's hidden in the darkness within the trees. He keeps shooting at me. I think... yeah, I think I got him. Well, I don't know. He's hiding now. He's definitely still shooting. Boy, that arrow seemed to fly really slowly, didn't it? These guys are like all around in the wilderness and in cities. It really leads you to question what happened to this world, and if maybe some random people in the wilderness were caught off guard by the taint and they become infected. You know, kind of like villagers became tainted villagers, except that these guys were not in a village. Also, these guys that we see roaming around are added by custom NPCs mod, not by the Thaumcraft mod. So they are, yeah, this guy right here is a custom NPC. As you can see by the description there. He is custom designed with his own health meter and his own offense and defense and whatnot. So, you know, they can be a little tough, especially compared to, say, a tainted villager. But I love the combination of conventional tainted villagers, which are, again, added by Thaumcraft, and these NPC guys who are added by custom NPCs, and they're made to look like tainted soldiers or tainted woodsmen or tainted rangers or whatever, and that's pretty cool. Like I mentioned earlier, I do like to chop down trees when I get to tainted areas, just to prevent there from being an overwhelming amount of taint swarms. So I did that for a little bit off camera, and then here I am at the redwood tree. I'm going to grab these Botania flowers on the side. I love that texture, by the way. That redwood planks. It's so beautiful. It's like a cabin, you know, floor or something. It's really nice. Anyway, I'm turning in some of these exploration quests finally here. Getting a crap ton of reputation points, which is great. Got jungle and Redwood City there. Soon I will travel to these nearby places like Team Beta, the Beta Dome there, and the mountain. There's some stuff on there. But for now, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. I do want to go down and explore that city a little bit too. It looks pretty big. I think it might be the biggest one that there is. And maybe there's like some, you know, crops there that I don't have, or maybe there's some treasure. Who knows? Maybe there's an explanation, something that'll help us piece together the mystery of what happened to this world. That would be cool. I'm killing this guy on the top of that roof there just to make sure he's not in the way. Probably should wait on that because he probably had some good items, but oh well. I'm not going to be able to go in there and get them very easily. I'm just chopping down some of these trees now to, again, prevent taint swarms from forming, and I don't think I have acacia wood yet, so it'll be nice to have that in my arsenal for building and for, you know, for wood use. Got these tainted animals, these pigs. Getting a lot of aspect energy into my wand by killing these animals too. I mentioned this in a previous episode, but for Thaumcraft, you definitely want to have your wands out relatively early, at least your basic wands, so you can get whatchamacallit, V. You can get V in your wands by just killing animals that have something to do with that V. Incidentally, you can only get there's only 6 types of V that you can get in a wand. All complex aspects have to be broken down somehow. Anyway, so I just killed a bunch of sheep, and well, I already got that, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and just travel home, and I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of my time this episode putting stuff away, and I'm not gonna show you all of that because it's pretty repetitive. But if you've been watching, thank you. It's good to be back, and we will be doing another one real soon. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next episode. All right, bye.